Hello, welcome to Quackalope. Thank you for being here. Today we're talking about miniature painting. For a very particular reason, I have a lot of miniatures to paint, and I like miniature painting quite a lot, but I don't often make enough time for it. It's peaceful and relaxing, gives me an artistic expression, which is something that I've always enjoyed doing since I was young, and it enhances the look and take of our games, especially when we're playing for you on camera. So I'm going to go through a few of the games I have been hoping to and meaning to paint for some time. As you can see, I have a stockpile of paints ready to go. I really got into miniature painting back when I first was into Kingdom Death. I mean, I was obsessed with that game, and along with that game comes model building and comes painting. I can take anywhere from 3 to 5 hours on a single tiny miniature, but that's not going to be the point of this video series. My hope, as I redefine what Quackalope is and start making it more the channel that, well, I want it to be, I hope to have a miniature painting or a hobby style and hobby focused video every Sunday. Now, don't hold me to that. I'm not always the most structured or organized, but I'm going to do my very best. This video is introducing that concept here on Sunday and asking you, what do you think I should paint first? Because I have a lot of opportunities, and I know y'all are Kingdom Death fans, so there's going to be a lot of people in the comments saying, paint your Phoenix, it's been unpainted for the better part of 3 or 4 years now. Go ahead and build the Gambler, get the Watcher ready to go for some late game stuff, paint the legendary Kingsman, the God Hand. I don't, there's a lot of people going to be screaming about building and painting this pile of Kingdom Death plastic and the Kingdom Death resin that I have off to the side. But hold with me here. I have a lot of stuff that I want to paint. And keep in mind, the first things that I paint are going to be taking some basic approaches. I'm going to try to do it so you can learn along with me. So we're going to start with dry brushing and washing, putting a simple base coat on, starting to do highlights and details. And over the course of hopefully the next year, I will become a better miniature painter. And if you're joining me along with this, or if you're joining me for this ride, I don't know. Some sentence there saying, if you're coming along with me on this hayride, I cannot get that sentence out. I'll blame the braces. If you're joining me for this adventure, then hopefully over the course of the next year, you also will become a better miniature painter. My sentences today are completely off kilter. Okay. By the way, the videos will be edited and chopped down and tight and informative and hopefully enjoyable to watch. My goal is to not produce, 7-hour-long painting videos, more like 12 to 15 minutes, as I cut down all the time and work and lessons that I've learned the easy way and the hard way. Let's talk about the stuff that I have on the docket to go ahead and build and paint. Starting over here with Madara, I not only am expecting the full reprint of the Madara campaign, we're also going to be filming quite a few videos on the project, and I have the resin kits that they've been, selling over the last few years. I think the artwork is awesome. It's that Japanese kind of art style, very, very manga inspired. These are resin kits, and they do have gameplay components in them, so please keep that in mind. I would have to build these, then prime, then paint. The tricky part with resin is that it's much more detailed than your average models. It has really good, really good texture, really high quality and low pixel fidelity, whatever, I'm describing it in camera terms. But on top of that, it is more fragile, so we'd have to build these and put these in a display case. I have a few of the cases here. I have the Nightingale resin kit. I have the Vestalia 2023 NYX resin kit. Again, each one has gameplay content. She might be a little risque for me to sit and paint all day, but we have these over here. These are going to be your, different types of starting characters. They're resin kits. And then we have the resin kit A here. So if you have a favorite, or you want me to start working on some Madara content, let me know. I'd love to build and paint at least one of these model cases. Another game that I've been wanting to get to the table more and more, but I've been wanting to paint it before we actually started doing more content here of it on the channel. Monster Hunter is one of those games that's just a really good time. I've enjoyed going through it. I've enjoyed the system so far. And I have I've pulled out two of the models. These are a heavy-duty plastic. I would, again, have to prime and then paint them. I'd love to go as close to realistic as I could on these, really taking graphic and artwork and images and having stuff printed out and trying to match in a simplified style what we're seeing in the actual cover here. Whereas these, I think I'd go more cartoony, bright colors, big vibrant lines. We'll see. There's a lot of stuff that I'd like to learn when it comes to miniature painting, and I'm still discovering that. I have prototype models, which I'm not allowed to, sell, give away, do anything with except keep, trash, or send back to the publisher. For instance, I've got a whole line of models here from the brand new Witcher game, which is currently over on GamePound. This is not an advertisement for them. I just happen to have this game close by because we were doing some sponsored content alongside Go On Board there. I've got these models, and they're very nice models. They're resin as well. They're 3D printed resin, I believe. So the fidelity is nice. They look very good. From a good series, if I was painting resin miniatures and talking about painting resin miniatures here on camera, I think they'd get good views. And if I made mistakes, it doesn't really matter because they're prototypes. Like, I can't do anything with them. The negative is they're not specifically for games, but sometimes I like holding on to these and putting them in a display case and having something cool to show to people that come through. So let me know. Do you want to see me paint some, resin prototype miniatures? I've got a lot of them from the past few years of just not wanting to throw things away. So it's absolutely a possibility. Moving over to probably the most classic game when it comes to miniature painting and model building, we have Warhammer 40K. This is a copy that was sent to me by the Warhammer crew, and it comes with its own base paint. So I could go ahead and build in the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. So I could go ahead and build, collect, build, read, and paint. I could do this whole thing and dive into Warhammer really for the first time. I've played other Warhammer genre games, but I've not sat down and actually painted some Warhammer miniatures, and I know there is an audience for this. There's a lot of people that love watching, painting, and exploring the Warhammer world, so something to keep in mind. I am thinking about doing more RPG content, and one of the games that has been on my list to do for the longest time is the lovely Humblewood. And here we have our plastic sculpts from their original Kickstarter campaign that I just have always had and never really opened. So shame on me. A pandemic happened, and then I moved, and I have not since then built a game group, let alone an RPG group. But a man can dream, and I am married now, which means I can trick my wife into playing an RPG with me about once a month or once every half a year, depending on how the last one went. These are really cute though, and we've got birds here, which very much fits the theme of Quackalope. We've got some chickens, we've got some ravens, we've got the core little Humblewood character. I don't know, these have been things that I've been wanting to paint for a long time. I think they'd be a lot of fun to paint. So they are on the list. By the way, if you're a miniature painter, if you're a hobbyist in this area, if you are one of those that get Zombicide in and you customize the entire thing, let me know. Let me know. And link your Instagrams and stuff down below, or leave your name down below. I'd love to see some of the work coming from the community, because I love this side of the hobby, but I'm just now trying to really make time for it, if that makes sense. The last thing, of course, is the Kingdoms of the Deaths. Now, if you want me to paint Kingdom Death, tell me, do you want me to start with some smaller models, some kits that we can use in-game, or is it easier as a painter to start with a big model and kind of make it look nice? I'm not sure. I don't know if it's better to do tiny things because the details get hidden in the mix, or if it's better to do something big because you have maybe a little bit more room to work with and room to play. So these are the obvious two that I have already built. I have piles and piles of Kingdom Death ready to go, so you just need to let me know kind of the range of what you're interested in and what I should do. And outside of that, Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to build and paint and start using all the stuff that I've had. I got some ball bearings to stick into my paint so I can actually shake them up appropriately, because some of them are a few years old. Sealed, they still work very well, but I'm excited to dive into this. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you're excited. Are you looking forward to this series of miniature painting and hobbyist stuff? So miniature building, inserts, baggies, just all the stuff that goes into making our hobby enjoyable, accessible, and upgrading it across the board. So that's kind of where I am. Now, I know we've been doing a lot of these update you guys choose style videos. I think this will be the last one for a while as we execute on what we've done. We did the campaign game one, and you've seen how that's gone with Kingdom Death. We are running every single Friday. I actually just finished an edit, and I have it uploading now. We asked you about our next Legacy game, and I'm proud to say we are currently playing through Sagrada. We're maybe 6 or 7 gameplays in. We're going to get to the end of it before we review it, and we'll let you know what we think by the time we get there. We did a video asking about solo games, and I'm currently working on the Wreckland Run series, and then starting on Root after that, I believe. Root or Final Girl, it's kind of split between those two. That'll be coming out later this week. I think the aim is Thursday to have that review vlog hit, and then we'll hopefully have another solo video review vlog every week from there. I think that's all the list videos we've done. I'm not entirely sure. There might be more, but we have been listening, we have been responding. We've been slightly slower than I would like in terms of getting back up and running, but this week, for me, really feels like a restart and a refocus and a dive back into the hobby and the industry and the community that I love and adore. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and remember to do the important thing. Get out and play some games. We'll see you next time.